Hi, it's Pat Gillis here, and a couple of people have been asking why we're doing these weekly videos, so I thought I would talk about that a little bit. Years ago when I was a little kid, we had this riding stable that was the only one that was close to where I lived. So I used to take my bicycle and go over there whenever my parents let me and try to help out or volunteer, as we'd call it now. And it was a horrible place, like just horrible. And the horses were really treated badly, and it got worse and worse over time. And I eventually called our local SPCA, but the opinion of a 10-year-old kid doesn't hold too much weight, and so nothing ever changed. The owners of that place ended up disappearing in the middle of the night, and the horses were left locked in the barn with no food or no water. It was just awful. From this, I learned two things. One was never count on a government regulatory body to have the power to step in and change anything. And second, it showed me that there had to be a better way. Like, I sometimes wonder if that place had been only marginally awful, would I have come to have accepted that that kind of rough treatment was necessary with horses? I'd like to think I wouldn't have, but I don't know. But it was so awful that it just made me look for a different way. Fortunately, I ended up finding amazing mentors who reaffirmed my belief that horses should be treated better and that there were way better ways to train them. I've been teaching people to ride horses since the early 1980s, and I got to be honest, one of the things I enjoy the most is getting to help people who are new to the sport reach an understanding with the horse. Like, I think people are naturally drawn to horses, and I also think that the more people know about horses, the more they can confidently walk away from places that don't treat horses well. I know I say this all the time, but we don't need horses for our survival anymore. We just use them now almost exclusively for our entertainment and our pleasure, and I think our treatment of the horses should reflect that. But in order to be of help to the horse, whether as an owner, a leaser, a weekly school rider, or a volunteer, is that we have to learn about him. We have to learn to see the world the way he does so that we can manage him and train him in ways that align with his thought processes. And we also have to learn how to keep ourselves safe. And that's not because horses are vicious or mean-spirited or anything or dangerous. It's just because they're big, right? And if we don't understand how they see things, we might even be able to call them unpredictable. And so that's an important part of everything too. And I know there's like you could spend a lifetime learning about horses, but I think there are certain fundamental things that every horse person should understand or try to understand. And that's essentially what I'm kind of hoping to do with these videos. So if you're watching this anywhere besides at our blog, which is at ismyhorsehappy.com, go on over there and scroll down and leave a message. I would love to know if you've had experiences in your lifetime with horses that made you kind of have an aha moment, that it can be this way with horses. It doesn't have to be rough, or it doesn't have to be um, unfair and unkind. The more we kind of educate ourselves, the more we can not abide by that kind of treatment of horses. I think they deserve that from us. And I feel like anybody who's watching this probably feels the same way. So I thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. And remember to thank your horse.